Yeah, it's just
Connecting.
been opened.
Okay, it's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, welcome everybody. Just want to make sure, Chris, can we spotlight my video? I don't know if that's possible. There we go. Great. Welcome to today's webinar, to the orientation module webinar. I see we've got a few people in the room already, which is very exciting. What we need to do is just give everybody a chance to get in here and settled and make sure that their headphones or the sound is working. So while you are settling and you're getting in here, I'd like you to start chatting with us in the chat box. So it's a chat function. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see there's a little chat bubble. You can click on that. And then when you want to talk to everybody, I see Heidi, Wendy, Mlandele. Make sure that you set it to talk to all panelists and attendees. So let me explain to you how that works. Is the people that you can see there, that's myself, Tanya, Jackie, we're panelists. If you want to talk to everybody in the room, you need to make sure that you talk to all attendees. So the attendees, you need to change your to in your chat thing to say to panelists and attendees. So once again, Wendy, Nandele, Heidi, you said how's it to us as panelists, but let's say how's it to all of the classmates. So click on that little downward arrow and make sure you change the setting to all panelists and attendees so that you're chatting to everybody, and then you can say how's it to everybody. There we go, Wendy, excellent, you got it there. Great. So those people who are just joining the room, we've got 22 people now in the room. There's a good few more to come. We're going to start at 1 o'clock, so it gives us about 8 more minutes to make sure everybody is settled and coming into this virtual space. So those people who are just arriving, remember to change the setting on your chat so that you're talking to all of us. We are panelists, and then all of your classmates, which are the attendees. So jump into the chat and join us as we welcome everybody to today's orientation webinar, just to get some more information on what it is you're about to embark on. So I see Carla's there, Marika, Bill, Kelly, Rena, well done for getting into the course and getting onto this webinar. I'm very glad that you're here. There's more people joining us as we're chatting. So please be patient with us as we let the room fill up with some very talented entrepreneurs. See Nadine's here, Julia, fantastic. Marika, your settings are perfect. If you can hear me and you can see me and you're able to chat, I can see that you are A for away. So good. Natalie, how's it? Julia, yep, I can see your chat. I can read your chat, and I hope you can all well. Cool. We people now, glad the thing up as everybody settled. So welcome seeing these guys come in. Filoso and Shaku, remember to change your chat settings so that you are talking to all panelists and attendees. What you've got set at the moment is just to the panelists. So if you see on the top of your screen there, you'll have the view of the panelists, which is myself, Jackie, and Tanya. You need to change your settings so you can talk to all the attendees. And then you'll be able to chat with everybody. For those people who just arrived, what I'm talking about is the settings in your chat, so that you make sure you can chat to the whole group. So that's all of us who are here today. Remember, when you're doing your chat, to set the to function to all panelists and attendees. Julia, I think you need to just change your setting to all panelists and attendees so that you're chatting to all of us. There we go, Filoso. I hope I've said your name right. But that is perfect. I've got you chatting there and you're seen by everybody. So once you are chatting, just say, how's it? Maybe what we can start to do while people are coming into the room is let us know. Make sure you've changed the setting to all panelists and attendees, and let us know. Yes, I feel also good now. Where are you coming in from? So I'm sitting at my home office here in Cape Town. Why don't you pop us a message in the chat? Let us know how or where you're coming from. Julia, it's very easy. In the chat thing, it says two. It's got a little blue thing next to it, and it says two panelists. So you need to change that to two panelists and attendees. All panelists and attendees. Make sure you change that setting. I see Ryan is here. Welcome, Ryan from Pardon Island. I wonder if the Southeaster is hammering you as much as it's hammering me here in Capri. Good, seeing lots of people coming in from Johannesburg, which is fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, we're up to nearly 30 people. We've got about 5 more minutes. We're just waiting for everybody who signed up to today's webinar to join us. So I'm going to keep rattling on, welcoming you all as you come into the space. East London, Bonga, well done. Very excited. I hope the weather is beautiful there. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Bonga, you've also need to just change your setting, as with anybody else who's just joined us. Change your chat setting to go to all panelists and attendees. At the moment, you've got it set just to the panelists, which is just to me, Tanya. You want to make sure that you're chatting to the whole group, everybody who is in today's session with us. I'm going to have a sip of tea because that's the joy of us being in our home offices. Great. A few more people are joining us. Welcome to this first casual webinar where we are going to welcome you all and set ourselves up for success. My goodness, Apiwa, you are coming in from London. That is extremely exciting. I'm sure there's some very interesting politics going on there at the moment, so let's not even get into all of that. See, a few more people joining us. Welcome as you arrive here. I'm very glad that you're joining us in this virtual space. Please join us on the chat. Just let us know where you're coming from, where are you sitting today, virtually joining the Startup School's first live webinar of the Core Entrepreneurship course. As I say, we've got quite a few parts of South Africa represented here today, the Eastern Cape, Gauteng, obviously Cape Town, and then we've got some internationals, which is very exciting. So welcome everybody. There's a few more people joining us. We've got about 3 more minutes before we start. So do join us on the chat. Open up your chat function and say how's it to us and tell us where you're coming in from. Taboko, I see you coming in from Johannesburg. Where in Joburg are you guys coming in from? Let's be a bit more specific. Joburg is a very big place, so it'll be good. Randburg, that's where I went to school, in that area. So very excited to have you there. And Kempton Park, Rudaport, Sandton, my goodness, so all over Johannesburg. Oh, there we go. We've got Durban, KZN is represented. Oh, and the Free State. No, not the Free State, sorry, Braamfontein, that is in the town in Johannesburg. Midrand, so close to Pretoria. Excellent. Guys, as you're coming in, we're just waiting 2 more minutes for the last few participants who will be joining us today for the live webinar. There's Limpopo, fantastic. Please do make sure you open up your chat and you change the setting. Chibango, remember to change your setting so that you're talking to all of the panelists and the attendees so that we can all get your chat. At the moment, Chibango, you've got your set to just the panelists. So we want to make sure that everybody can see your message. So remember to change that because we are going to be using the chat throughout today's session. Cool, 1 more minute and we are up to 35 students or entrepreneurs in the room. So I'm going to give everybody the chance just to join us. Great. Those people just joining us, give us a chat, open up your chat. Remember to set it to all panelists and attendees and let us know where you're coming in from. I see there's Kimberly represented. This is very exciting. We have got a very diverse spread of people here, which is very cool. It's so amazing to me that we can have these kinds of sessions sitting wherever we are in the world and be able to connect and get into one virtual room, which is very exciting. One more minute to go and we're nearly at 40 people, which is very exciting. Those people have just arrived. Please do join us on the chat and change your settings so it says to panelists and attendees. Just to be clear, the panelists, that's myself, Tanya, and Jackie, the people you're seeing on your screen. Everybody else joining us today virtually will be coming in as an attendee. So Margaret, I think you also need to change your, oh my goodness, coming in from Nicaragua. That's very exciting. Margaret, change your setting in your chat so that you're talking to all panelists and attendees so that the whole class can see your chat. We really want to make sure everybody is able to engage with everybody else. So just open up your chat, everybody, and make sure you change the setting. There we go, Margaret. Excellent. That is very exciting that you're in Nicaragua. That is another international. From Pietermaritzburg originally. That's also very, very exciting. So another KZN hometown for Margaret, and then sitting in Nicaragua, which is super interesting. Okay, it's about 30 more seconds, and we're going to get going with today's session. So just to make sure that everybody's comfortable and settled, we are hosting today's session as a gentle kind of introduction and part of the orientation module. Those people who have just arrived, because I see there's one or two have come in, we are going to be using the chat function. So open it up, change your settings to read all panelists and attendees so that you're sending to everybody, the panelists being myself, Tanya, and Jackie. And the attendees are all the awesome entrepreneurs that we've got joining us today. So I'm going to kick this thing off. So you've been hearing me rattle on for the last 10 minutes. Those people who have joined us, I want to welcome you all. And to introduce myself, I'm Jared Kruger, and I head up education, and I'm the Chief of Operations here at Startup School as well. So I've got quite a few things that I do here. And Startup School, as you may or may not know, is an online business education and development organization. And we're determined to strengthen the South African entrepreneurial ecosystem. And we do this through this high-touch virtual education and training. So the core course offering, which is the course that you've been successfully enrolled on, is a 12-week online entrepreneurial learning program. And we are just so incredibly excited by the caliber of entrepreneur that we have on this course. And I know that the course will provide you with an opportunity to enhance yourself, first and foremost, your business plan, and ultimately strengthen your network. So we're really excited about those three things and what this course can mean to you as an entrepreneur. We've been running this course now for nearly 3 years. And we have some wonderful stories by our entrepreneurs who have gone through this course. And we're going to share these with you as you go through the journey with us. So aside from really great content, and I can promise you that the content is exceptional, and the learning that you're going to be getting from us, you're going to be interacting with each other and, of course, with our brilliant coaches. Now, the coaches that are here today are our lead coach, Jackie Kennedy, and our support coach, Tanya Gill. And these two people are just amazing. And I can't sing their praises enough. These are experienced entrepreneur coaches, as well as just wonderful human beings. And they care deeply about developing people, and which is why we're so proud to have them as part of the Startup School team. Now, Jackie is going to be leading today's meetup, or the webinar that we're running. And so I want to give a little bit more of an introduction to her. So she's the lead coach here, but more than that, she's become an incredibly well-respected management consultant in the industry, and really does specialize in working with people and leaders to make sure that organizations are successful. And so we're really privileged to have somebody of her caliber with us. And I just know that you're going to benefit greatly from both her and from Tanya's input. So before I hand over to her, I just want to, from my side, want to welcome you all to this journey. I am very excited to see who's on this course. I'm excited to see how you're going to grow. And I'm excited to see us really make a difference in South Africa and in growing the economy, because that is really a critical part of why we choose to be entrepreneurs. So, Jackie, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the kind introduction, Jared. Welcome, everyone. You are officially the Investec Startup School class of 2019. Can I get a woohoo? How's everyone feeling? Ready, steady for this 12-week online program? I know your mics and videos are turned off, but you can use the chat box to share your excitement with us. We are very excited to have you all on this program. Today's meetup is really just to connect, chat about the structure of the program, and learn a little more about each other. And we will have a Q&A session at the end of the session so that you can ask all your questions and we can make sure that we're on the same page for this program. Before we get started, I want to take this moment to congratulate you for committing to this program. I know personally as an entrepreneur how our lives can get so busy, and just trying to balance family, work, and everything that comes with it, and starting a new business, it can get very difficult to spend the very important time working on your business and not just in your business, and making time to learn. So I want to start off by saying congratulating you for taking another impressive step to evolve and upskill yourselves as entrepreneurs. So I would like to say, give yourselves already a round of applause for getting started on this program. A fun fact: you will be joining the other 316 alumni. And when we say alumni, what we mean by that is entrepreneurs that have successfully completed our program. Tanya will be talking a little bit more to what it means to successfully complete the Startup School program a bit later today. But the exciting part is that we already have a circle of 316 entrepreneurs, alumni entrepreneurs, that you will be joining on the completion of this program. And therefore, we will be making the circle of entrepreneurs bigger in South Africa. And this is so important because we have got a number of issues facing us in South Africa. But the exciting thing is every entrepreneur who starts a new business either helps solve another problem or creates employment or tackles another social issue. So we are so excited to have you join us in that circle. So on that note, we want to hear from you. What does your business do? Just give us a one-liner in the chat box. Tell us what sort of problem you're solving or just the nature of your business. I love that. We see the Africans solving African problems, indeed, and it's exactly that. It's even bigger than just South Africa. It's the whole of Africa. So Jessica's got a marketing company. What else what are some of the rest of you doing? Okay, we've got Privlin doing manufacturers of 100% vegan food products. That sounds exciting. Lenovo customer service training, fantastic. Oh, they're coming in fast now. Okay, I see Bags of Bites, Ryan Jossel. That sounds exciting. Nanny on Call, Faith. That sounds very interesting. All right, we've got Peter, math and English education. Natalie's doing transportation, Uber owner, fantastic. All right, sure, there's a diverse range of stuff coming in here. Okay, Bongo, digital marketing and advertising, great. Marika's got an online shop that sells handmade African goods. Sure, that sounds exciting. Hashtag not made in China. Love that. Keep it local. Local is lekker. All right. Okay. Kelly's got a car hiring service. Sure. Masego is a social entrepreneur providing secondhand clothes to those in need. Sure. I love that. Okay. Senzo, landscaping and environmental solutions. Sure. We've got a little bit of everything on the program. Shoshuku, affordable stationery. All right, exciting. Okay, and we've got, what is that I see there? Excellence College of Development. Okay, education, training and development consultancy, fantastic. Okay, and we've got Tishabangu. Lock Coin is a micro saving solution which empowers South Africans through financial literacy. Wow, tackling one of the biggest challenges right there. Okay, great. Thanks everyone for sharing. I'm so pleased to hear we have such a range of ideas and businesses on the program. It looks like we're going to be tackling everything from education to the environment to food to manufacturing to transport. So it's very exciting to hear what everybody's getting started on. I'm interested to know, just to in the idea of sharing, let us know if you've just, so for example, let's go, if you've just started your business, so 6 months and under, perhaps you can raise your hand now. You'll see at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to see a raise your hand. I see 9 participants have raised their hand, 10 participants for under the 6-month mark. Okay, great. 13, 14, okay. All right, unclick now. And I want to see if all those individuals can unclick their hand. All right. And now if you've been in business, if you've been going with this business for longer than a year, raise your hand now. Wow, okay. 17 are over the 1-year mark. Okay, fantastic. And 18, all right. Okay, and now unclick. Let's get that all the way back down to 0. All right. And now tell me, have we got anyone here who's been in business for over the 3-year mark? I know that's probably quite a push, but raise your hand if you've been with this business for over 3 years. Sure, 10 participants, 10 entrepreneurs, 13 entrepreneurs, 14 entrepreneurs. Okay, fantastic. 15. Okay, 15. Thanks, everyone. If you're anywhere in between, feel free to share that on the group. The reason why I like to get a feeling for that question is just because with such a diverse range of entrepreneurs on the program, what we often find is that entrepreneurs who've been in the game for a shorter period of time and those who have been in the game for a bit longer can often support their fellow entrepreneurs. So we really want to encourage you to make use of the discussion forum and use that platform to ask fellow entrepreneurs questions, because some of the guys who've been in the entrepreneurship space for over a year or more might be able to help you in some of your kind of growing pains in the initial beginning stages of the program. And one of the most important things that we hope you'll get out of this program is that you will use the discussion forum to connect with your fellow entrepreneurs, ask questions, learn from each other, and potentially, who knows, even open up partnerships, the use of each other's services, or to connect each other in a wider circle than just on the program. In previous programs, we have had some fantastic connections made, not only from the business to business sense, but even in joining partnerships and so on. So I'm hoping that you will use each other's wealth of knowledge and learning and experience on this program. So I see some people are still in the conceptual phase. That's also perfectly fine. I think Marika said 0 months. Fantastic. The program is designed in such a way that we will get you from idea right through to setting up your business plan. And for those of you that are further along the path, we have split in the program where we go from startup to scale up. So we've got it covered on both ends of the scale, and I think you should all reap a lot of rewards, learning and educational rewards from being on the program. So there's a few things that we really want to kind of hammer home in this webinar today, because as you're in the orientation module, you have this opportunity now to really prepare yourself for the next 12 weeks and to set yourself up for success and to ensure that you get the most out of this program. And from our experience, we have found that entrepreneurs often look back at this course and a few of their greatest learnings are around how they develop their entrepreneurial mindset. And we're going to be speaking to that in week 1 of the program. How they manage their time. And now it seems like such a simple thing for me to say, you know, time management, productivity. Surely we've all got that down and covered by now, right? But unfortunately, the reality is, and we often see this, is that when people embark on this program, they don't actually spend enough time thinking about how am I going to ensure that I have set myself up for success. And what that means is carving out a little bit of time each week, or perhaps each day, to dedicate to being on the program, learning online, making time to apply what you're learning to your program, and ensuring that you are submitting your activities and engaging in the forum. The more engaged you are in this program, the more you're going to get out of it. There's no two ways around that. So I want to encourage you already today to start thinking about how you're going to set yourself up for success and what that means for you in terms of your schedule, your time management, and potentially what you may need to even sacrifice for the next 12 weeks in order to reap the long-term benefits of this program. I almost think about it as investing. Sometimes we've got to take a short-term loss for a long-term gain. And I want to say that in the most positive sense, but to set yourself up for success, you need to be dedicated, committed, and to carve out the time to get the most out of the program. So I'm really interested to hear from everybody, what is your core objective for being on this program? Because your purpose for this program is what's going to keep you on track for success as you move through each week. So if everyone could just share, what is your core objective? What are you hoping to get out of this program? You can add that to the chat box now. Okay, so Heidi said how to get funding and go to market. Fantastic. We'll be talking about that. All right. How to create a sustainable business. We'll be covering some of that in week 2 and later on in the program. Okay, Senzo says it's to scale the business. You will definitely be wanting to go into the scale up stream later on in the program. Wendy's looking to grow as an entrepreneur, network and ways to expand her business. Fantastic. All of that's going to be available to you on this program. All right. Oh, these are coming in fast. Learning strategic partnership and access to market. Okay, we'll be talking about strategy and partnerships in week 3. Faith says learn, grow the business and connect with others. Fantastic. You'll have that opportunity to learn, grow and connect with others each week on the platform. Let's see, what are some of the other ones? Master the art of selling. Bonga, fantastic. We'll be covering that in week 5. We look at selling. I see marketing is one. We'll be hitting that home in week 4, where you'll develop your marketing plan for your program. All right. Looking at product market fit. Fantastic, Tabang. We'll be covering that in week 4 as well. All right. Marika's looking to find out more about funding solutions. Okay. We can definitely engage around that on the platform. Okay, what else? Let's see. Okay, we're looking for, so Hillary says the core objective is to learn how to find clients and handle rejections better. Okay, we'll be doing that in the sales model in week 5. All right, Saricha says to scale and to get the needed funding and financials to keep Bohemian Bali Boutique sustainable and grow. Fantastic. So we've got a module on finance. I think that is week 6 is finance. And from week 9, we go into scaling up. So we'll be tackling all of the above. All right. What else? Digital marketing. We'll be talking about that in week 5. And if that's not enough for you, you can always have a look at our follow-up digital marketing course, which we go into a 6-week in-depth marketing program. Tandisa says financial education. As I say, week 6, we'll be tackling that. Freddie says business systems and becoming an asset of value business. Okay, great. All right, thanks everybody for sharing. It's really important to have your core objective for this program front of mind and to stay connected to that every step throughout the program. All right, so I want to now hand over to Tanya, who's going to talk to you a little more about the rhythms of the program. So Tanya, welcome and over to you.
Thanks, Jackie. Welcome, everyone. It's nice to finally meet you all. I just wanted to go through some of the most important things that you need to remember and expect from the course. Before I do that, I just want to make sure if everybody can hear me. Jackie, is everything good on your side? Great. Okay, cool. So as I mentioned, or as Jared mentioned and myself throughout this whole process, is that this is a 12-week online course. Therefore, everything will be online, and these 12 weeks will consist of different activities, feedback from us, your coaches, discussion forums, webinar lectures like this one, and plenty of knowledge. So this is what you will sort of have to deal with the startup school at the moment. So you don't have to go to any classes or anything like that. So you can do it even if you have a job that you need to be at throughout the day. And this is why we are completely online. Okay, so once you have successfully completed the course, you'll become a Startup School entrepreneur. What does that mean for you? You have an opportunity to apply for a mentor that will provide some more detailed advice and some support in your business. You'll have access to the Startup School network. You'll have a lifetime access to the course content. You'll receive a completion certificate listing all the modules you have covered, and you'll have an opportunity to apply for Investec prize funding competition of up to 100,000 Rand. Not only that, you'll also have many, many more opportunities afterwards, but we'll let you know about that later. So how do you complete the course? How do you get all of these benefits and opportunities? Well, as mentioned, we'll be releasing a different topic each week. Jackie was mentioning some of them earlier. Each week you'll need to submit an activity or two and engage in the discussion forum before Monday at midnight. So even though we are completely online, we still need you to try and complete your activities and actually implement your knowledge in your business. So your activities, you'll see your activities each week is released at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. And then the following Monday, you will need to submit your activities before that midnight on that Monday morning. So it's very important, guys, to try submit before the deadline. And if you want to complete the course successfully, that's what you'll need to do, is just submit your activities and engage in the forum. What can you expect from us in the next few weeks? Well, as you guys know, this is currently the orientation. So we're just going to go through the orientation. And if you have any questions regarding the orientation or anything about the course, you know how to contact me probably already. So just let me know if you have any more questions regarding that. Next week, we'll be releasing our first topic, which is the entrepreneurial mindset. And after that, you'll be able to see all the different topics in the orientation module in the breakdowns lesson. So if there's anything you want to talk about or ask about with the breakdown, as I said, let me know. Great. So with the first 2 weeks of the course, we have something called the boot camp. What this means is that in order for you to continue with the course and to go on to the next module, which is module 3, you will need to submit all your activities on time. So this is kind of a little bit of the test. Okay, so you just need to make sure you submit your activities on time. It's very important for us. And that's all. That's the boot camp. And then after you've passed the boot camp, you'll have access to the rest of the course. Unfortunately, if you can't pass the boot camp, we're unable to give you access to the rest of the course, and fees will not be refundable. But we're all going to pass the boot camp anyway, so don't worry. So after passing the boot camp, you'll continue with the course up to week 8. Then we'll do something called the split. This is where you're going to decide whether or not you are a startup or a scale-up. Once you have let us know, the last few weeks will be based on the stream you have chosen. So that's why I mentioned before, we do cater for those that are starting up and scaling their business. So that's sort of the milestones and breakdown of the course. And I just wanted to see, by putting up your hands, who's ready to do this? Who's ready to just dive in and get learning? Let's see. Oh, wow. Everybody's jumping. Jackie as well. 32. Wow. Nearly everybody. That's amazing, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so keen to work with entrepreneurs that are so, that have so much ambition and ready to do this. Cool. Great, guys. So I'm just going to let Jackie continue. If you have any questions regarding what I just spoke about, like I said, most of this information is in the orientation module, and you can contact me on 081-427-8873. I'll pop my number in the chat now, or you can email me on info@startupschool.ac. Right now, as we are having a webinar, there's also a question box if you want to try that out, or you can just ask us questions in the chat function. But yeah, while Jackie's chatting, I'll answer any questions. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. On to you, Jackie.
Great. Thanks so much, Tanya. Tanya is absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to kind of mention that Tanya will always be available via email, phone, or WhatsApp, or on in-app. Tanya herself is a huge productivity coach, and I just wanted to mention that you can learn a lot from her, and that will always be there to support you if you need anything from just general kind of concerns on the program, finding your way, any kind of questions. Please don't hesitate to reach out to her. But she will also be working with you closely, as will all the coaches, where we will be working with you each week, and we'll be giving you feedback online on your submission. So each week you will submit, as Tanya mentioned, on a completion of a module, you will apply some of what you learned to your business, and you will submit an activity, which we will then read and provide you with some feedback on that activity each week. So you'll receive that directly from us online. And I think those of you that have the privilege of having Tanya as your coach are going to be very lucky. And just to mention that in the first week, we spend the first, this week that you are currently in is the orientation module. So make sure, as Tanya mentioned, you just go through it because it's really going to orientate you to the program, to the online learning environment, and it's going to set you up for success. And then next week, come Monday, we will release the first module of content. And you will have 1 week to read through that content, watch videos online, learn it, apply it to your business, and then you will submit your first activity the following Monday by midnight. And then each week is exactly the same. So then the next week, that Monday, we'll release the next module of content, and you'll have 1 week to complete that and submit again. And so we'll move through the 12 weeks. And I just really, it sounds like I'm repeating what Tanya has just told you, but I can't hit this home enough that everybody understands the flow and the structure of the program. And because we really want to see you succeed. And to succeed on this program, you have to stay on track. So that means you have to complete each module each week and submit on time each week to successfully complete the program and join the rest of the alumni entrepreneurs. And just to mention that that is such an important circle, because once you complete the 12-week program, you then join the other 300 entrepreneurs, which means that you have even more connections, more opportunities, more educational opportunities, and other webinars and so on that we provide on an ongoing learning experience. So just ensure that you reach that milestone. Okay, so what I want to do now is open the floor for Q&A. So you'll see at the bottom of the screen, there's a Q&A box. It's Q&A, and I'll do my best to answer, or I will pass it back to Tanya or Jared. So Kelly has already asked a question. Just to be sure, this week there are no activities that need to be completed. Okay, Kelly, so this week, they're actually, what we'd like for you to complete this week is simply to add your goals to the platform. So there's a goal setting activity, and that's really just to get you thinking about your time management for this program and to set a high level objective or time management goal for yourself, and then to introduce yourself, if you haven't done so already, on the discussion forum. And I think that's all that you need to submit for the orientation module. Oh, and your profile, which is really important. These aren't as such activities, but this is just getting you into the flow of the program. So to complete your profile, add your picture, add a bit of information about your business and who you are. Tanya, anything that I have left off there?
I'm just making sure you mentioned goal setting this week is also very important. You just need to make sure that you have planned how you're going to do the course, and not just the course itself, but yourself as an entrepreneur with your business. What are your goals? How do you plan on manage your time with them? And yeah, let us know what your goals are, and so we can act as an accountability partner for them.
Great, thanks, Tanya. And I see Heidi's asking a question in the chat group about which kinds of businesses Investec looking to invest in, software, brick or mortar. Heidi, you're ahead of the game here, already thinking about the competition. It's not specific, so it's not going to be software over brick and mortar. It's actually about, they look at the business through the holistic lens. So that means things like, who is the entrepreneur? How committed are they? What kind of business is it? What kind of opportunities will it create? What kind of thinking's gone into it? What does the business plan look like? What's the impact? And so on. So there's a number of categories that they'll be thinking about. But it is, so far to date, it's been a range of businesses that have won the competition. So not to worry, it's not like we're only looking to invest in tech or anything like that. It's a range of ideas, and it comes down to the holistic picture, and it comes down to your commitment on this program. So we're looking for entrepreneurs that have been committed, and so on. All right, Calvin, is it possible to pre-plan for the lessons prior to each Monday webinar? Reading materials, research, etc. Okay, so Calvin, first thing to understand is that there isn't a webinar every Monday. Every Monday, a module of content is released, and then you have an entire week to read through the materials and watch the videos in your own time within that week. And I can tell you now that you probably need about, depending on your ability, each week you're looking to spend between maybe 2 to 4 hours in total on the content, learning the content, and then maybe a few 1 or 2 hours on creating your activity. So if you can plan each week to set aside about 6 hours or so, depending on you as an individual, you may need less or more time. But if you put it aside 6 hours of your own time, and the beautiful part about this program is that you can do it in your own time. So, I mean, within a week, if that makes sense. So, you don't need to be online at a specific time in the week. You can carve out whenever that time is that works for you. So whether it's 2 a.m. in the morning, 6 p.m. at night, or the whole of Sunday afternoon, you do that week in your time. I hope that answers your question there. All right, so.
Sorry to interrupt you there. I went on to the Q&A and I managed to delete somebody's question without us getting to it. So I just wanted to repeat it. I'm not sure who it was, but they asked whether the course was certified. So I think it's important to know that this is a practical course that it is certified by Investec. So it's recognized by Investec and by us, the Startup School, but it's not credit bearing. So very important, each week when you do these activities, the feedback that you're going to get is practical feedback in a qualitative form on the work that you're doing. You're not going to be given a grade. So there's not a question of passing with, a percentage or something like that. You are needing to engage with your own business and the material, as Jackie and Tanya have been mentioning up to this point. So in terms of your question about it being certified, you will get a completion certificate from us telling you, it'll explain what you covered in the course, and you have to have completed all the activities to get that certificate. I hope that answers the question that I managed to delete by mistake. Apologies.
No problem, Jared. All right, Jared, did you want to answer Landeli's question there?
Sure, let me just open up the, can Investec partner with entrepreneurs if there is a bankable business model and value proposition? Absolutely. I think what's important here is Investec is a very, very innovative bank who are constantly open to the development of entrepreneurs. The course is designed in such a way that you are able to test yourself and test your idea and who you are as an entrepreneur. The steps thereafter, who may be right or wrong to invest in your business and those kinds of things, I think will become a lot more clear as you go through the process. And Investec are obviously open to engaging with people in all of these areas. There's no promises to be made, and I think that's an important thing to understand, that we're not, Startup School is a education provider, and we provide the opportunities for a lot of this investment and this learning, but you're going to have to take that opportunity. You're going to have to see where the gap is, and you're going to have to run at it and with it. So I think to answer all of the questions, we've seen Investec offer, and somebody asked earlier about the previous prize winners. There's been a range of businesses that have got funding. There's been one guy who called the Salad Lab, who chops and peels vegetables and sells those to restaurants. That's one business that got funding. Another one has been in an online platform that it creates a marketplace for made and locally made. There have been other education opportunities. There have been some financial guys working in the fintech space. So there is no special area of interest. They're looking for good businesses doing good work that are profitable, that do have a social impact, that there is an impact in growing the economy. So I think to keep the conversation open and alive, you need to be really pushing yourself to be the best you can be and to make your business as viable as possible. I hope that gives you some idea of where Investec's mind is at, and knowing that we don't represent them as Investec. We're a startup school who have partnered with Investec, who are very interested and keen on engaging with you as an entrepreneur who has gone through this program.
Jared, perhaps you can just, sorry, before you go there, I see there's another question from Tisha Bangu, and then I'm going to hand over to Tanya as she would like to answer Natalie's question.
Oh, is the program linked to the Investec ECD program? No, it's not. It's an independent program that is partnered with Investec. I'm happy to engage with any more chats about that. We're very integrated in the Investec network and all their other projects and programs. We have had lots of cross-pollination with those programs. So definitely keen if you want to talk more about that. But no, we're independent of the ECD program.
Thanks, Jared. And Tanya, do you want to take Natalie's question there?
Yeah, sure. Natalie, you were asking about what your tasks are for the weeks. And I see your question is, I'm asking about this week's task as I received an email with about 8 tasks that I need to submit. And you had just mentioned that we have to complete tasks. So I'm just asking, is it that email? So the current orientation week is just sort of prepping you for the rest of the learning environment, setting up your profile and everything like that. So this week, all you need to do is really set yourself up. When the next week comes, you will see exactly which activity you need to submit in order to complete the course. We also will have, I'm sure on your orientation, you'll see on the left an activities and feedback page. So you'll see also exactly those activities. So it's not necessarily tasks, but it's the activities that you need to submit. The rest, the rest of the weeks will each have about one or two activities to do. I hope that answers your question.
Cool. I'm going to take the next question there. Does my business have to be registered, or will I be provided with a detailed plan in terms of formalizing the business? Absolutely. We're here to help with all of that kind of stuff. Okay. It does not need to be registered. If it is, that's absolutely great. The program is going to walk you through some of the nitty-gritty of what you need to do, and provide you with the tools and resources to do what you need to do. So I think, Masala, that in a nutshell, you're in the right place. We're going to help you to make some decisions. I think what's important, and we won't go into details now, is you need to be very sure or have gone quite a far way into understanding what it is you're trying to do and what your business is and what it isn't before you make some commitments around formalizing that business. As I went into a lot of details here, but the great thing about this course is that you can test that stuff. Check now so you don't make the mistake later. Practice now so that you don't have to pay those school fees, as they say. Register your business as you intended to run into its future so that it can scale. I hope that answers the question.
Thanks, Jared. Kiara, I see you asked, will we ever meet in person or in location? So Kiara, the way that we have designed this program is that it is all online. So that we can have a far reach across South Africa and even internationally. So we will not actually meet in person. Everything is done online. We communicate online. You'll communicate with your other entrepreneurs via the discussion forum. But if you want to create your own meetup within a certain area and reach out to entrepreneurs who are on the program and are within a particular area, by all means, you could do something like that. But for the purpose of the platform, for the purpose of the program, we've specifically actually made it all online so that nobody is at a disadvantage, because we've opened it to people from all over South Africa. And so this way, everybody can meet in their own time online, and that's the idea behind the course. I hope that makes sense. I think there was another question there that seems to have disappeared. Yes, go for Jared.
Yeah. Really great question about the mentorship, and I think it's worth us quickly jumping in to talk about the mentorship at the end. So in order to, we really do believe in mentorship, and I think it's important to know that a key part of the whole program is understanding what a mentor is and why a mentor can be a very, very important part of your growth as a businessman or woman. The trick, though, is to remember that mentoring can also not be ideal if it's with the wrong person. So we help you to understand your needs and what kind of a person you're looking for in terms of a mentor. Once you finish the course with us, we also understand much better about who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what your industry is, where you're playing and where you currently are at as an entrepreneur. You will then have the opportunity to apply for a mentor from our network. And we've got a number of really powerful and wonderful volunteer mentors in our network. We then do our best to try and pair you with a suitable mentor. So by suitable, there are a number of things that we're going to be looking for. Firstly is the industry compatible? Can you talk to somebody who is working in X industry when you're in Y? Or do you both need to be in the same industry? How much experience do you have? How much experience does the mentor have? How much time do you need in that relationship, and what kind of are you trying to solve? So we will do our best to try and make that pairing as strong and as good as possible. But what's really cool about the program and going through something like this with us is that you're going to have a better understanding of yourself and have a really strong sense of what it is you're looking for from a mentor. So even if we don't find one through our network, you're going to be able to find one in your own network or even outside of that network. So I'm really excited about what that means. I hope that gives you a sense of the mentorship program. A lot more information is going to come your way towards the end of the program. Right now, you want to focus on the first bit of content, kind of really testing and solidifying your ideas, and learning as fast and as much detail as you can, and then we'll get to that stage. So I just wanted to answer another question that's not in the Q&A section, but it's in the chat. Are the pitches done for the 100K online? And is the prize money split between entrepreneurs, or is just winning one entrepreneur? Is there only one winning entrepreneur? Okay, cool. Investec are pretty amazing in this regard. They are part of the whole prize funding is they look at your business, at the pitch, and go, what does this person need? And they then can make a decision as to how much, up to 100,000 they want to give, how they want to give that. But we've had instances where they've actually given in more than 100,000 Rand away because they've believed so strongly in the businesses. So I think what's important, and I know it's not always easy to sit with this ambiguity, but it's up to 100,000 Rand in prize funding. It may well go to the best person. It might be split between one or two people. It's very much dependent on the strength of your pitch, what it is you need, and how you convince the judges. So there's more of this to come, and there's lots of information about the pitching, but it is done online. You have to convince the judges using an online application. The first step is an online application, which you will use the resources and all the activities that you've done on the course for the first round. The second round is done if you make it onto the shortlist, and that is done via the same platform that we're using right now to a panel of judges sitting at Investec. So that's the high level arrangement. Heidi, you asking, is the prize funding equity for Investec? No, it's 100% prize money, meaning that money is yours. So there's no equity involved. There is an expectation that you are reporting to us on what that money is used for and how it's impacted on your business. So I'm really excited about what that means, but I think what I also want to say is the prize funding is not the gold here. The real amazing part of what this program is the journey you're going to go on with us for the next 12 weeks. It is the learning you're going to experience. It is the networking you're going to, get yourself involved in, and the opportunity to test yourself and test your business with incredible support from us. So that's the gold. The prize funding, yeah, it's one of the opportunities, but we know that people who have gone through this course have gone on to secure way bigger funding than the 100,000 Rand offered for a prize from Investec. We know guys who've had investment from Woolworths, guys who have got additional investment from Knife Capital. These people have strengthened themselves and had the confidence to go out and then find the funding that they need. I think also bearing in mind that funding is not the most important thing when you're an entrepreneur. It's one of the things. Okay.
Great. Thanks, Jared.
Cool.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think there's not very many more questions coming through. I think Kelly's asking, with the pitching, does the course offer support and possible questions or topics that are typically asked? Absolutely. We do a whole lot of work on how you talk about your business and talk about yourself. So you definitely can look forward to some really cool and interesting work in that space.
Perfect. All right. So are there any further questions from anyone? Anybody else? Anything you'd like to ask the fellow entrepreneurs? Obviously, you can use the discussion forum for that. But I'm just thinking, Peter's asked, so just to be sure, the official week 1 starts next week, just trying to plan. Yes, so Peter, this is just the orientation module. Come Monday, we will release the first week of content for the program, and your first submission or activity will be due the following week, Monday. Yeah, so the orientation module isn't hectic. You can ease into it, but from next week, it's all systems go. So yes, plan to be prepared to hit the ground running next week. So Heidi has asked, is there a list of tech mentors? Heidi, we will definitely look to, if you want a tech mentor, when we get to that part in the process, you will be asked what kind of mentor you are looking for, and we will do our best to match you with that specific kind of mentor. We'll ask you a few more questions. So yes, you will be able to get a tech mentor if we can find the right person for you. I hope that answers that. Let me check. Is there anything else? No, everyone's saying thank you. Pleasure, Heidi. And then Kiara's asked, is our last week the 25th of November? I need to just quickly check that. Tanya, do you know offhand? Otherwise, I can pull up my camera. I mean, not my camera, sorry, my calendar. Give me 2 seconds.
I believe it's the 18th. Yes, so it is basically, what date was it asked?
25th of November, yeah.
So 18th is the Monday of the last module release, meaning that exactly that next week is the final submission. So the last week of November is the final submission. Just to give you a sense of the timing thereafter, then happens the mentor pairing happens, and the prize funding competition happens post the course. Once you've gone through the whole program, you'll have a couple of weeks post the course to get your application done. It goes in then for processing, and early, or I think it's actually middle to late January, would be the actual final round judging and the announcements being made. I hope that the intention is that the program itself preps you for those steps post the course. Cool. I think
Okay.
That's most of the questions. I'm going to leave it to you, Jackie, to wrap up.
Yes, sorry, I thought I just saw another question. Okay, Tanya's answered it. Yes, so we will release each week on a Monday at 10 a.m. The next module of content will be released. And that's an important point to know. And then that following Monday, your submission will be due by 12 p.m. midnight each week. So I hope that's clear. And when you're online on the platform, in the online learning experience, you will always be able to see what's due each week just by looking in the on the bar on the right. You'll see it should say activity, and wherever it's it'll have each piece of learning. So each piece of content for the week will have a subheading, and then at the bottom it'll say activity. And then that's where it says activity is what you need to submit for the week, and below that it'll say discussion, and that's one of the ways you can click through to the discussion topic for the week. You will also see that we do have two on the discussion forum. There will be a channel that is used for each week. There will be a channel set up to engage on a specific topic for that given week, and then there's the channel that will run for the entire program, which you can just use to discuss anything and everything about entrepreneurship, engage with your fellow entrepreneurs, etc. But each week there will be a new topic where you can go into that specific week to discuss the topic for the given week. So as mentioned, week 1 is about entrepreneurship. Week 2, we look at design thinking. Week 3, we look at strategy. Week 4, we talk about marketing. Week 5, we talk about sales. And so there's a specific topic each week based on the subject matter. I hope that makes sense. All right, everybody. We are super excited to begin this program with you. I don't think there are any more questions coming through at this point, and I know everybody's got lots of things to get back to. Last message from our side is that we really want to see you succeed, and we want you to give this your best shot, and just let us know if there's anything that you need from us, because our jobs are to help you succeed on this program. So reach out to us if there's anything you need. Otherwise, thank you everyone for making the time to connect today and for committing to this program. You are already showing that you are committed to learning, growing, and advancing your business just by being present today. We wish you all the best on your learning journey and are looking forward to connecting online. We hope you have a wonderful week, first week on the Startup School program, and we look forward to chatting with you in the upcoming weeks. All the best. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.